All right, so this tutorial will go over what to do with your student roster spreadsheet when you are adding, removing, and rearranging students. In the case of removing a student, so if you have a student who was in person and now has decided to go to virtual learning, admin will provide the strike through with the date that they were last in attendance. And when this happens, the teacher can remove this edit after 14 days has passed. In the case of a schedule change where you are losing a student, admin will drop them from your Infinite Campus roster, and they will also provide the strike through and the date when they were last in attendance as shown on the right-hand side. And again, you can choose to remove this edit after 14 days has passed. In the case of a student addition, so maybe the student has decided to come to in-person learning, if you have a blank space available, you simply write in the student's name. In this case, there would be no copy that needs to be made with an updated roster. In the case of a schedule change where you are adding a student, the admin will obviously add them to your Infinite Campus roster. Make sure to add their name with the date that they first came to your class as shown. If you are adding them to a blank space, again, you do not need to make a copy with an updated roster. In the case of student seat changes, where you are updating your roster, in any situation where students need to be rearranged, such as schedule changes, additional students coming back for in-person learning, or any other reason, you will need to make a copy of your roster with an updated date. I have put some steps on the right-hand side, but I will actually show you how to do this with my own roster. So actually, I'm going to focus on this roster in green. So what I'm actually going to do is highlight all the rows that I obviously want to copy, including the last updated row at the top, and I'm going to hit Control C. Before I do that, or before I paste, sorry, I'm going to check that I have all the needed amount of rows at the bottom. Really quick tip, if you actually just need to add maybe 3 rows, what I do is I highlight 3 rows and then I say insert 3 rows after right clicking. All right, so I have Control C to everything, and I know that I have enough rows here, and what I'm going to do is just click this little box in the left-hand column, and then I'm going to right-click Paste. What's really nice is that it just merges this row up top for me. So I'm going to leave that roster as is, and then I'm going to change this to my new updated version. So maybe I updated it today, which is the 23rd. And now I can play with this new roster.